Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Ready to roll in Houston, down to the field, and Christina Pink. Christina?
Well, hey, Chris, you know, what they say is the best ability is availability, and Derek Carr takes that very seriously. He is still dealing with a sprained AC joint in his right shoulder, but he practiced fully this week, and he'll still be wearing a protective padding on that right shoulder just in case. But he told us he was known to play through things when he was with the Raiders. This is a new team. They don't know that resume. I have to go out and prove it. Chris?
All right, thank you very much, Christy. The Saints won the toss, deferred, they'll kick it off. And you see both of these teams in the hunt in their divisions. In the AFC South, the Titans overseas suffering a loss benefits the Houston Texans. A game break for the first time today. Say hi to Carissa Thompson. Carissa.
Hello, Chris. 49ers looking for their 16th straight win, and Christian McCaffrey going to make it 15 straight with a touchdown. 49ers up early in this one, Chris, 7-0.
All right, thank you. Let's check in with Carissa.
Thanks, Chris. Panthers already up 7-0. Miami, Bryce Young going to find his favorite receiver, Adam Thielen. Score, Carolina up 14-0 on the Dolphins. Chris?
Made that stop. Hey, tonight after football, the ALCS begins. Corey Seager and the Rangers hope to continue their incredible run. They take on Jose Altuve, the reigning champion Astros. It's an all-Texas thing. First time ever they've met the postseason. The American Championship Series. Game 1 is tonight on Fox. Just down the street at Minute Maid.
Yeah, I took a walk. Walked around Minute Maid yesterday.
That looked like you the other night. We were out at dinner.
That's exactly what I look like.
Look at the numbers. The first-round rookie class. Anthony Richardson of the Colts. He's currently injured. Bryce Young, a touchdown pass today. And, of course, C.J. Stroud, who added one touchdown here and suffered his first interception.
When you're talking rookie quarterbacks, it's not necessarily who the best college quarterback is. It's who the best NFL quarterback is. So you got to
get with Carissa Thompson.
Thank you so much, Chris. Browns looking to get on the board against the Niners. Kareem Hunt on the pitch is going to take this one 16 yards for the score. Browns hanging in with the Niners. Check that out. Chris?
All right, thank you, Carissa. Newton is still in the concussion protocol. He had a big catch early to set up a score. Texans, since that interception, again, that was fumbled and recovered. Saints fumble going right back to the Texans. They've had a touchdown, a field goal, and a touchdown, and thus the halftime lead. The Saints will be ready to receive the second half kickoff. Here is By the Numbers, brought to you by Sleep Number, and the rush yards by the Texans and what they're averaging per carry, along with the play of C.J. Stroud, continue to be impressive. And then for the run game, that's one of the better run performances we've seen since the Steelers.
Yeah, listen, the Texans too, that's something they really wanted, that's something they really needed for their offense. And I'm telling you what, when you do that, man, the pressure it takes off your young quarterback, good things are happening for you.
All right, so if you're the Saints offense and you're getting the ball first here, and it's a one-score game, you've moved the ball, had to settle for a field goal, a missed field goal. What do you go back to? Do you stay patient with Alvin Kamara? We got a whole half to go. Do you try to get more of your receivers involved in Olave and Michael Thomas?
Yeah, I mean, I think number one, you want to get back to what you're down by 7. You want to get back to that running game. You want to get back to getting Alvin Kamara the ball, and both in the run game and in the pass game, and then just set up the rest of your pass game off of that. So it's exactly what I would try to do if I were the Saints, and I just want to get the best out of my guys.
With Mark Schlereth, Chris Myers, thanks for staying with us. And we open the broadcast talking about a change. We use the word culture, but it's a lot more than that, what DeMeco Ryans has brought to Houston. And being a defensive, actually 2 defensive head coaches matching up in this game, but with C.J. Stroud and the offense, I mean, they look like they have a lot to build on and trying to get this win to get to 500 for the year.
Yeah, and you talk about not only the culture, but you talk about maturity. And when you talk about C.J. Stroud, like when we sit down and talk to him in a meeting, he is so thoughtful. You ask him a question, and it's just not your standard cliche football answer. He really thinks about it, and then he gives you a great answer to what exactly he's trying to accomplish. And you see it permeate throughout the entire organization. I think they're doing a great job with a young quarterback, young coaching staff to really get the best out of their players.
Yep. Stroud admitted, he said, I'm a perfectionist. I know it's hard at times, and that seems to work for the rookie quarterback who has the lead. Right now, let's go to LA and the Verizon Halftime Report.
Welcome to the Verizon Halftime, the official 5G network of the NFL.
All right, as we get to the Verizon Halftime Show, let's quickly move on to the highlights here so far in Week 6.
All right, San Francisco 49ers playing the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland, and this is kind of what we do here on the pregame show. Kind of get ourselves ready to go, folks. Brock Purdy, play action, then all of a sudden the shovel pass to Christian McCaffrey. Great action, great running by McCaffrey, goes for 13 yards out. And the 49ers on the road 7-0 over the Browns, and then just a toss out. That's Kareem Hunt doing a nice job going in from 16 yards out. 49ers 10, Cleveland Browns 7. Deebo has to leave this game. Deebo right there, Deebo Samuel, that is.
All right, Minnesota at Chicago. Without Justin Jefferson, the Vikings needing to find someone else to kind of help out Kirk Cousins. Jordan Addison, the rookie out of USC, does just that. 10-yard reception. The extra point was blocked, but right now Minnesota leads at half, 12-6. All right, how about the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cincinnati Bengals?
Joe Burrow, looks like that old calf is coming around pretty good. Played well last week with all the touchdown passes, over 300 yards rushing. Great pass protection here, sliding out Andre Yosibas in for a 3-yard touchdown to score 14-10. Bengals on top of the Seattle Seahawks. Colts at the Jaguars. Evan Richardson, quarterback for the Colts, is out with a shoulder injury. Travis Etienne then takes this one out. 22 yards for the touchdown. 21-6, Jacksonville Jaguars on top of the Indianapolis Colts at the half. Washington Commanders at the Atlanta Falcons. Sam Howell, the quarterback, second-year guy out of North Carolina. Hits Curtis Samuel. You throw an in route real easy. There's no linebackers underneath, and you get inside the corner, and you got a good quarterback, which they do, 17-10. Washington on top of Atlanta. Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback from Miami. Carolina Panthers playing the Miami Dolphins. The Miami down early 14-0, but here comes the Miami Dolphins as Tyreek Hill takes it in from 41 yards out. Miami 21, the Carolina Panthers 14. Baltimore Ravens are at the Tennessee Titans. This game earlier in London. Lamar Jackson, quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. He looks right, looks left, bounces, slides, rolls right, rolls left, finds the rookie Dave Flowers back in the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown. They go for two, they don't make it. 24-16 though, Baltimore Ravens beat Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill, quarterback for Tennessee, left this game with an apparent ankle injury.
And the game most of you are watching, Houston up on top of New Orleans. How about JJ on CJ and those 2 touchdown passes?
Yeah, Houston's rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud, had a great start to his career. Went through the first 5 games without an interception. But as Terry predicted, he would eventually throw an interception.
Gonna happen.
He threw this 1 interception, but he's unfazed because he came right back, threw a corner route to Brown for 34 yards. Then sets up the touchdowns. He's had 2 touchdowns for the day. Threw to Dalton Schultz for the touchdown. They're ahead 17-10.
I think Dallas misses him.
A lot of you are catching Minnesota and Chicago, Michael, and what's a defensive struggle so far?
Yeah, defensive struggle, and the Minnesota defense, their strategy is just keep Justin Fields in the pocket, pressure him, but also have a spy. And you see here, just pressure no one off the edge, to block the man off the edge for a sack there. Danielle Hunter keeps him in the pocket, another sack right here. And then Harrison Phillips just forces him and stop this drive, forces him up the middle, and they have to settle for a field goal. And, it's kind of like they know what the strength is. Run the ball with Justin Fields and everything in trouble. They keep it in front of them, better chance they have to contain that offense.
All right, later on, most of you will see Jalen Hurts and the Eagles try to remain unbeaten as they take on the Jets. Of course, Aaron Rodgers not playing, but he's out there warming up. No crutches to be seen. We will have that game for you later on, but right now another half coming your way. The Verizon play of the first half. Robert Woods with a touchdown for the Texans. The Eagles look to stay undefeated against the Jets in New York. A lot of fans have been roaring, but can Baker's Bucks tame Detroit? And the Cardinals come to LA to take on the Rams. Don't miss the action of this game of the week. It comes your way at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 Pacific, followed by Game 1 of the American League Championship Series right here on Fox.
Halftime here in Houston, Texans up 17-10, ready to kick off to the Saints. You're watching the NFL on Fox. Second half coming your way.
Fun.
You ready to rock? You ready to roll? I'm checking the clock. Just got in my zone. You ready to rock? You ready to roll? I'm checking the clock. Just got in my zone.
That's today's game flow, brought to you by Progressive. Derek Carr and the Saints getting ready to receive the football down 7. 2 touchdown tosses by C.J. Stroud. Turnovers are even. The number that jumps out, the Texans, the 97 rush yards in the first half. Their best game was 139 against Pittsburgh. So they might be surpassing that. That ground game keeps up. Touchback out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in again with Christina Pink.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, talking to Dennis Allen at the half, he said we're moving the ball offensively, but we just haven't possessed it enough. The Texans are +6 in that category. He said defensively, we got to play better. We got to take away. We gave it right back. He said we have to tackle better. We're giving up way too many explosive plays right now. Chris?
All right, thank you very much. And, yeah, that takeaway that was fumbled right back. The Texans went right in and scored. Let's check in with Christina.
The Pierce run here. When I saw D'Amico Ryans at halftime, I said, hey, you finally got that run game going. He said, yes, that has been big for us. It's loosened up their defense and allowed us to take some shots. We're going to need more of that in the second half. Defensively, he said it's key for us to get to the quarterback. We have to get to Derek Carr. They answered with their first sack of the game here to start the half. He said we also need to be stickier in coverage. Chris? All right,
thanks, Christina. Let's get a game break with Carissa.
Thank you, Chris. We head to Chicago. Justin Fields out of the game with a hand injury. Josh Metellus with a sack from Tyson Bagent. And Jordan Hicks will do the rest, going 42 yards for the score. Vikings up 19-6. Chicago. Chris?
All right, thanks so much. Back to a one-score game. Start Saturday strong. Big noon Saturday on Fox. Big noon kickoff, 10 a.m. live from Columbus. And then at noon, it's the most anticipated game of the season. It's third-ranked Ohio State. They'll take on sixth-ranked Penn State. Got a number of former Ohio State. I guess you're always Ohio State if you play for the Buckeyes. Check in again with Carissa.
Thanks, Chris. So one play after the Niners defense forced a turnover, Jordan Mason takes this one in and gives the Niners the lead in Cleveland 17-13 with 10 remaining. Chris?
For the Saints, or the score could be a little bit different, and obviously you got to give the Texans credit for their defense. This was the 52-yard, certainly indoors, makeable interception, the first of the career of Stroud, but then they fumbled it away. Eagle Collins caused it, Howard recovered it, and then 29-yard field goal. And this fourth down stop a moment ago. After third down, they didn't really set themselves up very well. Kamara couldn't get past 2 Texan defenders. That'll do it. The clock will run out. It's 3-3. The Bucs will play later today. In the NFC South, as they lead the division, Jacksonville won the Dome, leading the AFC South. The Texans will move up as Tennessee lost, as did the Colts. We'll head to Los Angeles. Bonus coverage coming your way. Texans win it, 20-13.
Welcome to the State Farm Game Break Show.